What's up, B Squad? It's your boy JB, and we are here today, you guys. This is a repeat. Somebody got Christmas lights still up and a Christmas tree. Girl, we in February. What y'all still got a Christmas tree and a Christmas lights up for? I just happened to look down there and see that. Very interesting. But this is a second redo of a video that I did earlier today, you guys, where I discussed the Super Bowl halftime performance, you guys. But before we go ahead and get into it, if you guys are watching this video or any other video on the channel, you guys, and you guys aren't subscribed yet, then I need you guys to do me a solid favor and stop taking me on this date and then having me pay for it at the end of it. You guys know the routine. You can do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, turning on your post notifications, you guys, and sharing the video. And with that out of the way, without further ado, let's go ahead and discuss the Super Bowl, shall we? All right, you guys, so before we go ahead and get into it, let's talk about, the pre-show. I saw what band was that? Oh God, I didn't get what band it was that came in there and performed. We saw John Baptiste. He did the national anthem, right? Legacy did Lift Every Voice and Sing. And, it was a good time. Now, who might not have had such a great time? That might have been what got their video flagged. Just talk about it. That may have been what got their video flagged. That's probably what it was. Because I said some nice, not so nice things about, Patrick Mahomes. So, y'all know how I feel about Patrick Mahomes. We are happy that our black quarterback won the Super Bowl, not this one. Because that's what he is on the outside. Even though he has a little bit of this in him, he is mostly this. His wife is all this. His kids are all this. But he got a little bit of this in here that has been erased into this. But, we're happy that Jalen Hurts won. I like Jalen Hurts, right? His fiance is black. He got black women around him working with him. Kudos to you, my brother. Baby, I know one thing. Kansas City Chiefs. Jesus Christ. They got their asses monkey stomped, right? Because, interception, sack, intercept. Like they did the damn thing with that game. Because at halftime for it to be, and I was watching a lot the analysts talk about, when it comes to the Chiefs, they can be down 10-0 going into the half and they can come back. They probably can. In this particular situation, they probably didn't, but they didn't. They didn't come back, right? But neither here nor there, right? So congratulations to the Philadelphia Eagles for winning. Shout out to them. Y'all did the damn thing, and we here for it. We happy about it, right? Now, the main event of this, it was a Super Bowl, so I know a lot of people watch for the game, but most people watch for the halftime performance, and we all know that Kendrick Lamar was this year's halftime performer, right? Him and SZA. Overall, I thought I enjoyed it, right? I know a lot of people were saying that it was boring. I know a lot of these people were definitely saying it was boring, talking about the and I was like, but y'all are the ones who complain about it and talk about how it's, they want to get rid of it, but then y'all want to be included in the Super Bowl. And it's like, you can't have it both ways, beloved. Either it's bad if it's bad all the way around, or but yeah, these people, they were on social media just in an uproar about it because it was black, blickety black, and I was here for it, right? Loved every minute of it. Now, what I do want to say is, I did see people online with the conversation, right? There were a lot of people who was talking about the messages that were in his performance. But other people like, I ain't see no message. I want you guys to tell me, did you guys get to see the message in his performance, or did you guys not see the message in his performance? And then the other question that I do want to impose is, Are you a Drake fan? Because if you're a Drake fan, can you, here's the thing, can you put your feelings aside for Kendrick and say, hey, he did a good job? Or are you just like, you know what, he's dissing Drake, he coming against Drake, I don't rock with it, I don't fuck with it, right? I want to know that question, right? So we've known about this performance for quite some time, right? I remember a lot of people were upset about the fact that, Lil Wayne wasn't asked to perform at the Super Bowl. To that, I will say, have you guys saw him perform recently? If you have, you want to see that in concert? E.T., that look like he's still on some kind of a drug? If you do, more power to you. But for me, I can sit here and tell you wholeheartedly that that is not something that I care to see or wanted to see, right? But hey, it is what it is. And when it comes to Lil Wayne, I'm a Lil Wayne fan of yesteryear, not currently. Same with Drake, right? Drake lost me. I think I was having a conversation. I forgot who I was having this conversation with, but Drake lost me when he put out Certified Lover Boy. Certified Lover Boy is certified. But yeah, he lost me with that album. He lost me with that album. That was the album when I stopped singing for him. Before Certified Lover Boy, I was a Drake fan, right? And I've always been a Kendrick fan too, right? But that's not what we were here to talk about, even though it's going to come back up a little bit later. But I remember, like I said, people were talking about Lil Wayne wanting him to perform. I didn't want him. Again, like I said, there was no parts of me that wanted to see Lil Wayne perform at the Super Bowl. He did not go to the Super Bowl. I don't think anybody really missed out or really honestly cared, to be quite honest with you. But hey, if you guys did, then it's, you guys have your feelings, and that's it. Like, you guys can have your feelings. And one thing I want to say before we even move forward, if you guys agree or disagree with what I say, that's fine. If you disagree with what I say in the comment section, I just ask that you guys be respectful of me, because going forward, this is the warning. If you leave something negative or disrespectful about me or anybody that comes on my channel in the comments or in my live, you will be blocked and deleted. Simple as that. That's really all I gotta say when it comes down to that. Now, back to the performance. So, it was so interesting because, we get to the halftime and the Chiefs had not scored a point. I was like, damn, that's fucked up for y'all. Not for Philly, for y'all, however, right? So, here's the thing. I saw a lot of people on social media talking, so the set, right? When I saw those lights light up, and then when they panned up at one point, I realized, I was like, this is the controller. My bad, you guys. So, what I was saying is, I know that people were saying Squid Games, but I'd never watched Squid Games, so I can't tell you guys if that was in fact from, if that had anything to do with Squid Games. But when I looked at it, I'm a gamer. I know video games. I know PlayStation. I know Xbox, N64, all those, right? Super Nintendo, I know those. And that was a PlayStation controller. And then, a lot of people made the comparisons of, between Drake, his label, and Sony, and all that kind of stuff, right? So, I don't know if that's what he intended, if that's what Kendrick intended, but that's where a lot of people, a lot of people's thought processes went, right? So, we get to the performance, and here's another thing that I noticed a lot of people were upset about. So, when he opened up, he was on top of a car, and I know these people right here, right? They were all up in arms. He's standing on top of a car. He's this, he's that. I was like, is that the worst thing that y'all can pick apart, is that he's standing on top of a car? I was like, okay, that's oddly specific, but insanely weird too. But okay, if that's what y'all want to roll with, rock with, then I guess I'll let y'all have it. But to me, it's nonsensical. It's stupid. It don't make no damn sense to me. But hey, we're gonna give it to you. We're gonna give it to you. Also, you guys, have you guys gotten the tickets for his tour? So I was actually just looking that up like about an hour ago. I know he'll be here in he'll be here in April of this year. He'll be here in April. I think it's at April 29th, right? And then Beyonce's gonna be here in Houston, gonna be down in Houston in June. Whew, y'all just, the money, the money, the money, the money, the money. So let's see if we going now. I'm gonna go down the list of the songs that he performed at Super Bowl, right? So the first song that he performed was, now I know a lot of people wanted him to perform different songs from different albums, but he pretty much stuck with his latest album. So the first song was Gen X, and then he went into Squabble Up. He also did Humble. He did DNA, Euphoria, Man at the Garden, Peekaboo, Luther, All the Stars, Not Like Us, and TV Off, you guys. Now, what I did also like about his show was so Samuel L. Jackson was there, right? And Samuel L. Jackson was Uncle Sam. But Uncle Sam was basically, kind of like Kendrick's conscious, right? Because at one point he was like, that's too ghetto, that's this, that's that, America's favorite pastime or favorite game or something of that nature, right? And I was like, okay, cool. Also know something that was interesting to me? You Know Who was there. And You Know Who said that he was on, that echo chamber where they typically hang out, right? He was asked a question about who he think was going to win the Super Bowl, and You Know Who said he thought that Mahomes and the Chiefs was going to win because, he's talking about Mahomes' wife, right? And we know that Mahomes' wife is one of them. That's not a shock to anybody, is it? It shouldn't be. So, but back to this, right? I like this show, right? I saw the messaging with what he was doing. But like I said, you go on social media. I went to one social media platform that I don't frequent too often. And I saw one person that I saw. I know she's a friend. She's a friend of mine, a classmate of mine. I know she loves Drake. So she did not like the performance. And I knew why she didn't like the performance, because she's a Drake fan, right? But then I saw other people that I don't necessarily, I know them from school, but I don't know, how they line up when it comes to the Kendrick and Drake thing. Drake, you keep taking the L's that Drake keeps taking, my nigga. This album was a success. The Grammys. I didn't even talk about the Grammys. The Grammys, man. He swept with this song at the Grammys. Your peers in the audience says, and it's probably A minor, and you can hear that in the crowd from people. You could hear the crowd at the Super Bowl when he got to that. You could hear him singing it. He did tease the song once, right? He's actually teased it twice. But the first time he teased it, he was like, I want to perform their favorite song, but, people like to sue. My mouth dropped. I said, damn. So he took a shot at Drake. And let me say this again. When it comes down to Drake, I don't dislike Drake. It's just his music of late, me and it don't connect. The last album of Drake's that I can tell you guys that I actually listened to, that I know, actually went to the concert too. It was in what was that album that oh God, what was that album? What was that album that he put out? Because my little cousin and I, we both, at that time, huge Drake fans, right? Because it's the one that got Pop Style. Is that the name of the song, Pop Style? I'm going to get that CD. I'm going to get that album, you guys. I'm going to get that album because that is the last Drake album that I can tell you guys that I truly listened to. Views. That's the last Drake album that I ever listened to. I haven't listened to Drake since then. I haven't listened to Drake since Views. Because I didn't listen to More Life. I didn't listen to Scorpion. And after that, like I said, I tried listening to Certified Lover Boy. That album sucked to me. Now I do know Kiki, Do You Love Me? I do know this. I do know that song, but outside of that, Drake ain't been a hit for me in a minute. So, like I said, I asked the question earlier, maybe, right? I want to know the question, how did you guys feel about the performance? Are you someone who is like, you know what, it was a good performance, it was okay, right? It was a good performance. Are you someone who was like, it's okay? Or are you someone like, it was terrible? And if you are in the it's terrible category, I'm asking the question, are you a Drake fan or did you just not like the performance, right? I just want to know the answer to that question because, I'm nosy as hell, number one. But I just want to know the answer to that question overall. What else do we want to talk about? SZA. Absolutely love SZA. Thought she did good when she came out there. Also, I forgot to mention, there was a protester there for... I'm also wondering if this what got the last video flagged. There was a protester that got tackled. That's all we gonna say about that man. He was protesting some of the things that were protested during the election. I won't say what, because I feel like either it was some things that I said. Nothing was negative, but I feel like some things that I feel like it's either this that I talked about or these people, because I called them a name. Well, it couldn't have been that. It had to be this. It had to be this one. It had to be this one. So I'm not going to talk too deep about it, but yeah, there was a man that was protesting. They got him off. They tackled the shit out of that man. When I say tackle that man, tackled the fuck out of him. What else? Serena Williams. Let's talk about Serena real quick, right? So we see Serena out there doing the crib walk to Not Like Us. I forget which part it was at, but she looked good, right? She's getting a lot of backlash from people for doing it. But I know she tweeted about it that she got so much criticism when she did it at Wimbledon. And she's like, she can get away. It's like she can get away with it here, but she couldn't get away with it at Wimbledon, right? So I know that I was watching The View this morning, right? And the ladies were talking about it on The View I actually had saw it before the ladies on The View had talked about it. But Stephen A. Smith, who works my last nerve, it's insufferable, right? And it's so interesting. We may talk about Stephen A. Smith at some point, but right now I don't really give a damn too much to talk about Stephen A. Smith. But I just want to talk about this particular thing when it comes to Stephen A. Smith, right? So Stephen A. Smith was on his show, right? And they were having a conversation about Serena Williams and the fact that Serena was crip walking. We all know Serena and Drake are exes, right? And so Stephen's whole point of view was, if his wife were out there doing that, he would divorce her and tell her go be with the man that she's quote unquote dissing, right? Now, what I will say though is Kendrick to get Stephen, not for him to get Stephen, for him to get Serena, King Petty. But I'm here for it, right? I don't have a problem with it. But then at the same time, it's like, you are criticizing Serena and trying to say that she's still hung up on Drake. It's the other way around, because Drake has talked about she and her husband. She's not with Drake anymore. So why is he so fixated on her? And y'all mad because she out there doing a crib walk to a song about, like, child, y'all can miss me with all the bullshit, because it's not that deep. And if Drake feels a way about it, tough titties, tough toenails, like, who fucking cares? Like, y'all doing the most, for real. But y'all doing the most, y'all are doing the most. But I did also wonder, like, Steven, is he even married? Like, that just means that you're an insecure little person. Like, that just means you're very insecure. Because I believe Alexis, who is Serena's husband, he was cool with it. he was cool. He was cool with it. Like, so why you so bent out of shape about it? Why you so mad about it? Why do you care about what she did? If her husband is cool with it, then you be cool with it too. Because it ain't got nothing to do with who? Stephen A. Smith. It got everything to do between Alexis and Serena. If her husband is okay with it, then she's fine with it, right? Like, I'm pretty sure they had a conversation about this before she even set foot on that football field. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Now, another thing I want to talk about, and then we'll get off of here. It's so interesting that these people, it's a lot of them saying that they didn't know his music, right? And I don't give them that. Y'all probably didn't know his music. But to try to discredit him and diminish Kendrick, we're not going to do that. Because we're not going to sit here and just pretend like he's just a household name in the black community. He's not. Now, I will say though, however, I saw a video of people on a cruise. Some of them people didn't know his music, right? But that's to be expected. It's just kind of like with us. Like, we don't know everybody's, like, we don't know every person's music, right? And I also know that they were talking about the fact that they're tired of seeing rappers in the Super Bowl. Let me see if I can go down and see who has performed at the Super Bowl in the last decade. Because I'm so curious of that. Because we remember Beyonce. I think that's been 10 years. I think that's been 10 years since Beyonce and it wasn't even Beyonce and Bruno's show. It was actually, I believe, Coldplay's show, right? But Beyonce and Bruno just came out and set the stage on fire. So this year it was Kendrick. Last year was Usher. The year before that, Rihanna. So for so many people talking about rappers of the last decade, it's been more singers than it has been rappers. So we're gonna go back in 10 years, right? Katy Perry, she brought out Lenny Kravitz and Missy Elliott. That was 2015. 2016, it was Coldplay. That ain't been 10 years? I thought, let's see, somebody on social media said, oh no, they said it was 8 years. My bad. It was 8 years. So Coldplay, Beyonce, and Bruno Mars in 2016. 2017, Lady Gaga. 2018, Justin Timberlake and the Tennessee Kids. 2019, Maroon 5, Travis Scott, and Big Boy. 2020, Shakira, Jennifer Lopez, Bad Bunny, J Balvin, and Amy Munez. 2021, The Weeknd. 2022, Eminem, Dre, Snoop, Kendrick, and Mary. 23, Rihanna. 24, Usher. So where y'all getting this from that it ain't been no white person since 2019? I mean, technically half true. I mean, y'all had Shakira and Jennifer Lopez who are Hispanic. So, okay. Then in 2012, it was Madonna. 2011, the Black Eyed Peas, Usher, Slash. 2010, The Who. 2009, Bruce Springsteen. 2008, Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. 2007, Prince and Florida A&M Marching Band. 2006, The Rolling Stones. 2005, Paul McCartney. 2004, Janet Jackson, Kid Rock, Diddy, Nelly, and Timberlake. 2003, Shania Twain, No Doubt, and Sting. 2002, U2. 2001, The Kings of Pop and The Kings of Rock and Pop featuring Aerosmith, NSYNC, Britney Spears, Mary J. Blige, and Nelly. 2000, A Tapestry of Nations featuring Phil Collins, Christina Aguilera, Enrique Iglesias, Tony Braxton, and an 80-person choir. Hell, going far back to 99. Celebration of Soul, Salsa, and Swing featuring Stevie Wonder, Gloria Estefan, Big Bad Voodoo Daddy, and tap dancer survivor Savion Glover. Like, y'all just be trying to find any reason to have an issue with anything. Y'all just be having, y'all love to try it. But that's all I got, you guys. If you guys watched it, let me know what you guys thought. Did you guys enjoy the performance? Like I said, I enjoyed it. I got the messages. And, did I not talk about it? I talked about it, but I didn't say what I thought, So, Samuel L. Jackson, Uncle Sam. That was a play on the character from Django Unchained, who was, you know, tap dance up on my whistle. But yeah, you guys, that's all I got. Drop down in the comment section, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. You guys stay safe out there, take care of yourselves, wash your hands, be blessed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.